Welcome. My name is Mike Sanders, and you're listening to NTI, the leaders in helping Americans with disabilities and disabled veterans back into the workplace nationwide. Not only is the month of May National Military Appreciation Month, but it's also National Military Spouse Appreciation Day as well. Back in 1984, Ronald Reagan recognized the importance of spousal commitment to the readiness and well being of military members. But today we have a special guest, Erica Zeiger, who not only has supported her own military family over the years, but now to the families of service members killed during Operations Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom. With her organization, the Massachusetts Soldiers Legacy Fund, she is successfully helping more than 80 children throughout the state of Massachusetts. Hi, Erica. Thanks for joining us today. It's an honor to have you here to discuss your organization, your work, and to celebrate Military Appreciation Month with us.
Hi, Mike. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Thanks. I was just wondering, can you tell us a little bit more about your organization, the Massachusetts Soldiers Legacy Fund, and what it's about?
Absolutely. The Massachusetts Soldiers Legacy Fund was founded in 2004 by Peter Travato. At the time, he was a student at UMass Amherst. And we provide education grants to the children of Massachusetts residents that died as a result of combat in Afghanistan or Iraq. So there were 49 families that were parents, and we support the education goals of 80 children. The families, the service member, it's a local foundation. So the service members had to be from Massachusetts. However, our families many live throughout the United States. They've moved with their mom in many cases to another part of the country.
So it is nationwide. It starts off where the family is within the state of Massachusetts, and then they do move away from Massachusetts. You still support them.
We do. So it's so when a service member enlists in the military, they have to be from a state. Time of enlistment, these service members had to be from Massachusetts. But as you know, life takes them to other parts of the world, and many times they married women that were not from Massachusetts. So after the service member had passed away, many of those families went back to where their mother's home state was. But we still do support those because we're honoring the legacy of Massachusetts service members, and their dads were from Massachusetts.
So what specifically does this mean for the families? Like the impact that you create by your organization?
Sure, absolutely. So we're a unique foundation that we provide education grants beginning and early education. So we look at the life cycle of education, and we work with the families to choose what's the best option for their child as far as education. What I love about the foundation is we can really look at the child young as 3 and say, can we provide enrichment programs? Can we provide private school tuition? We have one child that is special needs, and he's in a enclosed classroom. So we are able to provide him with an iPad. We provide him with music therapy. So we're able to look at our kids in a non-traditional basis rather than the 4-year colleges. It is great because we really want to look at these kids as from a holistic approach and see what is going to benefit them and their education goals. The majority of the funding still goes to your 4-year colleges. These children also receive benefits from the VA, but we supplement whatever may be left from their benefits. Many of our kids, we have, I believe, 3 of our children have graduated. One just graduated last year from Norwich University, University of Texas. We currently have students at Curry College, Quinnipiac. So, it's a wide variety from helping the youngest children who may be in a vulnerable school system to really having some of our kids at some of the top universities in the country.
That's great. It sounds like not only do you distribute funds so that way kids could go to school, but it sounds like you provide a wide array of different services out there for these children, regardless of age group, special needs, their education level, in order to move them forward within their lives and support them and their families.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I noticed too that over the past couple of weeks, you've been getting a lot of press surrounding your outreach with community efforts and gaining awareness. I know that you do a couple of events each year. Can you tell us a little bit about those?
So we do. We do. We partner with other organizations in the state that also work with military families or families bereaved military families. We have found that these families, they're a unique population, and they like to get together with other families that have lost a military member. Each year we offer just a fun day at Kimball's Farms. They get together. We usually have about 80 to 100 people that attend, and it's at no cost to them, and they just get together with other Gold Star families. A Gold Star family is someone that lost a family member in service. They just have fun. It's a lot of the little kids, so they enjoy that. In addition to that event, we just hosted our first Take Your Child to Work Day. And we did that in conjunction with an organization out of New York City, Tuesday's Children, and then local organization, Massachusetts Military Heroes Fund. And we had children attend that had lost a parent in service, and they got to get a tour of WCVB Channel 5 and learn about the television industry and broadcasting. And, best of all, they got to watch a live broadcast. They watched the 12 o'clock news, and we were so close, and it was just a great experience. And we felt that this really carried into our mission of building careers for our children.
Now, did you end up getting a couple of kids saying afterwards that they were going to become broadcasters or meteorologists or anything like that?
They all wanted to do the weather. That seemed to be the thing that the kids really enjoyed. And we had a short little ceremony just letting the kids know in WCVB that this was in honor of their father, because we want everyone to remember the sacrifice that these men made for our state, our country.
So you've been doing this. You've been supporting people for such a long period of time. It's been around 1998. You've been working towards establishing family support programs for our military and reserves. Is that correct?
It is. I started in 1998 as a volunteer, believe it or not. I volunteered at a program called Army Family Team Building, and it was my first look into how the military supports its own, how it supports its families, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the mission. I enjoyed how they help each other. The military is a subculture of its own, and it can be really difficult to navigate. So I started with that, and then through the years, I continued with paid employment, always in support of military families and or service members. They kind of go together. And I did that. I've done that on and off for, since 1998.
And you come from a military family. Your husband was in the military. How much of an influence did that have or impact your career going forward?
So my husband retired in 2010. He was an active duty airman. So that encompasses everything, because you move every 2 or 3 years. He worked at the base. I worked at the base. So for us, it was all-encompassing. When you're an active-duty family, you know that you're moving in a few years. Most of your friends have moved in a few years. Typically, you live in a community with other military families. So it definitely encompasses a lot. When you retire, it changes a little bit, but my husband still works at Hanscom Air Force Base. I still consider myself a military family.
And that experience as well definitely helps out in your role with Massachusetts Soldiers Legacy Fund and helping the children work with types of transitions that occur where they have to move across the country or across the world in order to support their families as well.
It does. It absolutely does, because I consider myself an advocate for military families. Being able to understand what their benefits may be or who to contact and who to just kind of be that voice for them is very helpful.
And is there anything that you want to give to our listeners we didn't talk about so far?
There's a lot I could say, because as you can probably tell, I'm very passionate about what I do, the military, the families. But I think the most important thing is to remember these service members that are no longer with us, and that they left moms and dads and brothers and sisters and families and children, And what we do at the MSLF is to provide a tangible benefit for these children. So when a grant is approved for a child to go to school or college or whatever it might be, it's in honor of that service member. It's in honor of their dad. One of the college students said she knows that when she's taken her classes, this is because of what her dad did, the most important thing.
And it's great to make that legacy live on through their children and educate others surrounding that. That's about all the time that we have today. I want to thank Erica and the Massachusetts Soldiers Legacy Fund for being with us. Once again, Erica, if individuals want to connect with your organization regarding the services that you offer, or either to participate or donate funds, what's the best way to connect?
The best way to connect would be through our website, which is mslffund.org. And another way would be just to send me an email. I'd love to hear from everybody, and that can be at info@mslffund.org.
Great. And we'll post that up on the website as well. Well, thank you once again, Erica. And remember, if you're a disabled veteran or American with a disability who's looking for a job, feel free to connect with us at www.nticentral.org or call 877-248-8912. Take care. Kind regards.
Thank you for your time.